Hello and welcome to Race Space. Tonight we are going to be racing Ride 4. So we haven't done a huge amount on here. We've done a couple events and so on. So we'll be doing an event here now at Kyalami on the Naked Racing bikes, Racing Modified. It's the 1290 KTM. Right, I think this is everybody. I was just waiting for a message from someone, but they aren't responding to me, so I think we're going to get underway here. I hope the guys are ready to go. Let's do this. Alright, they should all be on their bikes now. They're just in that selection screen. I hope everybody's got it. Wonder who's done some liveries for this race. One of the cool things about this game, you get some cool custom liveries out of it. Farmer's done a livery. Hope he's selected it correctly. And Motormouth should have a custom livery. Looking forward to seeing if Warlord and Zadie Boy have got liveries as well. Always cool to just be a bit different. Alright, so looks like we've still got everybody in here. Let's get going. Unfortunately, we are missing a couple people that didn't respond. Alright, so we're on here now with this must be either Warlord or Zadie Boy. Let's check here. Yeah, so this is Zadie Boy. I'm just gonna get my cameras sorted here. There you go. And then Palm's in the lead at the moment. Sorry, I don't do this very often, so I'm just trying to find my views out here. There we go. So Palm in the lead. You can see he's got a cool custom livery. So this would be a home race for Palm and for most of the guys here other than Motormouth and Kenny Shep. There's Zadie Boy in second. I think that's the standard KTM livery from him. He's the number 18. Warlord is number 46. We've got Kenny Shep there, 88. So those three guys on their standard liveries. Kenny goes up the inside of him. So that's Zadie Boy second, Warlord in third, currently Palm leading the race. Kenny's right behind Motormouth there on his custom livery. So Motormouth and Kenny more into the car games usually, but giving it a go tonight, which is pretty awesome. I'd like to see some people try things out. Get a good view here on Palm's bike. This game not having that many options for views. bit of a strange noise coming through wind-wise in this game. Hopefully it's not too bad on the stream. So Palm currently leading in the second lap there. He's got a nice South African flag there at the bottom of his livery. Very cool. So onto the third lap he goes. Zadie Boy not that far behind. Shah Warlord, he is in third. Kenny Ship trying to hold on to the back of him, doing a good job. Motormouth currently in fifth, but also not doing too badly, considering he's more used to this track in the cars than he is on the bikes. So just a bit about this game is you actually have to buy bikes in this game, but there is an option to loan a bike. This is the bike that you would loan in this class, which is the reason that we did take it. I think some of these guys are loaning it, which is why they have those standard liveries. So Kenny definitely loaning it. And obviously if you don't put a lot of time into this game, it's hard to get the in-game credits to buy the bikes. So it's another reason we don't do anything too crazy with this game, because a lot of the guys don't have all the bikes or enough credits to buy a lot of them. So we just try and do the more standard stuff for now until we get maybe a few more guys that are interested. Yeah, so Zadie and Palm looking really solid there out front. You can see Kenny also still hanging on, so good job from him. Let's take a quick look here at Motormouth. Ooh, off he goes. If that's not a broken neck, I don't know what is. Palm looking really solid here. Looking like the man to beat tonight. Does look like number 2's catching him there, Zadie. Hoping in a way that there is a bit more of a close battle. Ooh, there goes Palm. That's unfortunate for Palm, so I think that knocks him down into third place. Kenny Ship not too far behind either. So just pushing a bit hard there. Remember, we are using the most realistic settings that the game gives us. So tire wear is on. So you can see there's Palm up front, just on board with Kenny right now. Now with Palm, we can see Warlord there in front of him. And with Warlord there, we can see Zadie Boy. fifth. Looks like he's getting a bit more used to it. Ooh, heck, someone went off. That was Zadie Boy. So Warlord up into second, Palm into second, Warlord into first. Kenny into third, so Zadie Boy dropped down to fourth from first. It's a costly mistake there. Someone else gone off there now. Oof, it was Kenny. Kenny down into fourth. So the guy's just pushing a bit hard. It looks like a lot of them going down in that same corner. Quite a difficult one to get used to. So 6 laps down, 20 left to go. Palm's going to want to just be a bit more cautious after his off earlier. He does have the pace, but just needs to keep it clean. Zadie Boy looks like he's catching up again. And Kenny not too far off him as well. You can just see Motormouth went off there as well. So all of these guys going off at some point. I think maybe Warlord, the only one who hasn't, but he's coming to lap Motormouth. He gets through cleanly. Motormouth just runs a bit wide there. Oof, I think that's Motormouth breaking his neck there in the background. Palm in second, hunting down Warlord. Around that final corner, so Palm has a little bit of work cut out for him to catch up to Warlord there. Zadie Boy, it looks like he is closing the gap though on Palm, so it could become a bit of a battle between those two. But Warlord so far making the least mistakes. So not easy to spot by the bike liveries who they are, but by the racing numbers we can see 3 of the riders using that same KTM default livery. So there's a different livery there. We've got Motormouth on the blue and white machine there. See what he's up to. Ooh! Off he goes into the grass. So still, I don't think Warlord's fallen off yet. I think the only rider not to do so. Which is why he's winning at the moment. Palm and Zadie in the background pushing really hard. Very interesting camera angles in these games. They try and make it like a movie, but I feel like it loses a bit of the things that it should have on the screen, which is unfortunate. Also, I don't know why it goes like half screen. It's very weird. And this strange wind noise when you're watching. let's check here on board with Palm. So this would be helmet cam. So certain things pretty cool. You can see this awesome view. I don't know if anyone actually races in this game with this view. If you do, you can let me know in the chat. I'd love to be able to race in this view, but I think it would make me a bit sick after a while in this game. I like the detail. You can see the liquid moving around there on the right. Ooh, there goes Warlord. So now everybody's gone down at least once. So that puts Zadie up into second. Warlord drops to third, dropping 2 positions. Where's Kenny? Kenny must have made another error somewhere because he's dropped back a bit more. Motormouth there. So currently leading once again is Palm. As long as he doesn't fall off here, he could stand a chance. Close to 10 laps so far. But as I say that, you can just see Zadie Boy making a move now. Oh, tries to go up the inside but falls off. Unlucky for Zadie Boy. So that puts Shah Warlord up into second. Zadie Boy will drop down to third. So he went for the move but couldn't stick it. Just a little too close there to Palm. Contact sends him off in that corner. So now is Warlord going to have a battle with Zadie Boy? How far back? So that could develop into a battle a bit later. I think Zadie Boy probably carrying a bit more speed tonight over Warlord, but Warlord tending to be a little bit more cautious, so overall could be faster, but we'll see. Palm though, as long as he just doesn't make an error here. But at the same time, he doesn't want to play it too safe because he doesn't want to get caught by those two. So another cool thing about this game is you can customize your bike liveries, you can customize helmet livery, also the rider's suit you can customize. A lot of customization options in this game. Also, as a South African, we like it when we get games that have South African tracks in them. So pretty cool to have the track in this game. Kyalami. Just see there, Warlord looks like he could be closing that gap. I wonder if Palm's just not trying to be cautious after his earlier mistake. Coming up to where are we? That's down the hill there, I think. So this final corner now. So this will be the 11th lap. So quite far into this race now. The guys should more or less be in the zone. Don't think anyone else so Kenny, he's a little bit of a way behind. He's doing well though. Motormouth though in 5th, he's doing good. He's used to doing this track in Assetto Corsa, which is obviously cars, so his turning points are a little bit different on the bikes. Just takes a bit of getting used to. If you've, ooh, there he goes.
see there in the background, that was Warlord just going a little bit wide. Still though, he's pushing hard. He looks like he's catching Palm on some of these corners. I think that's Palm coming up on the back of Motormouth. Palm with his napalm livery. Oof, there goes Motormouth off in the background. So I think this is going to possibly develop into a battle between those two front guys. Zadie Boy was looking like probably one of the fastest guys out there in the beginning, but he looks like he could have dropped off a little bit, maybe just pushing too hard, making unnecessary mistakes. They've still got quite a way to go though, so I don't want to be making too many mistakes. Obviously on a bike, mistakes are a bit more costly because you fall off, you lose a lot of time. Whereas maybe in a car you just run it a bit wide, it costs you a little, but you're still in the race. On the bikes you got a long way. Ooh, there goes Charles Warlord up the inside and he takes the position. So great overtake there from Warlord. That was a really good move. He was really quick through that section. Palm's going to look for another move here maybe. Alright, this was the battle we've been waiting for. Let's see if Palm can stick on him now. So Warlord really shifting gear here. He's really found some speed. Runs it a little wide there. That might just allow Palm to get back on the back of him. It's a drag race down the main straight. Oh, what happened there? Palm shot off the bike down the straight. That was unexpected. So Zadie up into second. Palm just flew off there, not sure why. Looked like he hit an invisible wall. Possibly slid his back wheel out, not really sure. Be interesting to find out after the race. So Warlord currently winning. Zadie Boy back up into second, Palm third, Kenny Shep fourth. Remember the two British guys there, obviously more into the cars. They don't do that many bike events, so this is first for the two of them. So doing pretty well there. Kenny usually can jump into most things and be pretty decent. See, he's right on the back of Palm now, so that accident just costing Palm a bit. But Warlord, the guy to beat here. Yeah, the game is a bit brutal. Nick, thanks for watching. Yeah, luckily this game is slightly more on the arcadey side. It's got a lot of bike choices, a lot of track choices. It's quite fun, but like when you crash, I don't think you do any damage to your actual bike. The only thing that sort of is a bit realistic is the tire wear, I think. The fuel, you have like unlimited. The bikes don't take any damage, and that's not settings that I've chosen. That's just as real as you can go with this game. Is you can't damage your bike. So luckily for these guys, although they're falling off quite a lot, some of them, they're still able to continue. Whereas if we do a MotoGP event in the close future, you'll see when we put our settings on real there, if you crash, you can just ruin your bike in one crash, and then you're done. So So I don't know if any of these guys would have finished if we were playing MotoGP tonight. Anyways, let's take a quick look at number 2 here, Zadie Boy. So it looks like he could have picked up the pace again. He was looking really fast at the start of this. Maybe just a bit shook from the previous falling off he had. Palm just running it wide there. Also maybe, I wonder if tyre wear is coming into effect now. The guys might be struggling. Kenny quite close to him now. I think Kenny would be quite happy to manage a podium here. A game that he doesn't play too often. Yeah, so this is the KTM 1290 Super Duke. Quite a cool bike. I'm quite a fan of KTM. Just see there, Warlord still leading, not making any mistakes. So all of these guys, well, top 3 guys at least, have led at some point, but they... ooh, track's vanished. We have a invisible track on that section. Literally they flew through the air there, so I don't know what's going on in this game. Obviously a bit buggy. I think in typical Milestone fashion. Their games are good, but just never quite polished correctly. So 15 laps down at the moment. On to the 16th goes Warlord. So 10 more laps to go. So Warlord and Zadie Boy, I know for a fact they play these kind of games a lot. Ride 4, the MotoGP franchise. I'm sure they'll also get into the SBK games once they come out. I believe a new SBK game is on the way. That's the Superbike Championship for those of you that don't follow bikes. That would be with riders like Jonathan Rea and Toprak. Let's take a quick look at Motormouth here. His livery looks rather smart there. Definitely stands out compared to some of the other bikes. Blue and white. Oof, off he goes. Who's that? Did I do a wobble? Kenny. That's Palm catching up to Zadie Boy. So Zadie Boy might have made an error somewhere. They're quite far off of Warlord now, but the battle is on between these guys. Zadie Boy and Palm right now. Palm goes up the inside. Palm currently in second, just holding off Zadie Boy. So these two guys definitely fighting hard tonight. It cost them earlier. They were both leading the race at one point. Both just pushed a bit too hard. Both fell off. Now they're battling for second place. Don't know why the track's gone invisible there on certain people. Oof. Palm goes off with that little bit of contact there between the two of them. Zadie Boy up into second. Let's take a look at Warlord. I think that benefited Warlord as he's just racing his own race now at the front. Just needs to keep it consistent, don't fall off. He could take the win here. As he's about to go on to his 18th lap. Is that Kenny who's caught up to the back of him now? No, Kenny up into third, so that falling off cost Palmer position. He's down into fourth. He's going to look. Oof. They come together. I think that's both of them off there, Kenny and Palm. So the two of them now battling it out. I think Palm might have given the position back. I think he did cause the collision. So good sportsmanship. Oh, both of them pushing too hard there. Both of them go off again. I think that's could be Motormouth just slipped past them to unlap himself. Let's just see, yeah, there's Motormouth, so let's watch him as they come up behind him. So let's see, oh, invisible track there. I don't know why it's done that. Very strange. Oh! The back of his bike overtakes the front, off he goes. So that's Palm and Kenny lapping Motormouth. So there was a couple offs there from those two, so I don't know if Palm will be in the running for the win here unless we see some accidents up front, but obviously now just trying to stay on the podium. Warlord definitely looking to have the advantage here. Consistency definitely pays off on bikes. Just want to keep putting in solid laps without falling off. Doesn't help to go the fastest, but then you fall off every couple laps. Palm just pulling a little bit of a gap now on Kenny. But he runs it wide there. So the battle's definitely still on for third here. To just need to keep it consistent. I think Palm just doesn't want to make any more little errors. Invisible track part, don't know why, but yep, they're flying in the sky basically. For anyone watching the stream, that's not what the track looks like in real life. There is actually asphalt there. Alright, so let's check. Let's do a lap on with Warlord. So this is the winner at the moment. Even the cameras don't seem to be in any specific order in this game. They're just very random. would be him going on to his 21st lap out of 26, so he's looking like this one with the biggest advantage here. I hope he continues to keep it consistent. Just finish off the lap here with Zadie Boy, who's in second. I think he's using the same gloves. Actually just behind, so he's not too far off him. You can just see Zadie Boy there up ahead. So actually Palm could be in this one for the second position. These two swapping a lot in this race. Let's see if Palm can push it here. Back on with our leader there. He is going to go on to the 22nd lap right now. So this race is coming to an end very quickly. There's not many laps left, and oh no, Palm must have fallen off. Palm is down into fourth. Kenny is up into third, catching up to Zadie Boy. So Kenny's actually looking like he could take second here if he keeps at this pace, which is going to be great for him. Palm obviously just falling off too many times. And number 88 there of Kenny Shep. What a ride this will be if he can take him on his last couple laps. He was just sitting patiently for most of the race in fourth place. It just shows consistency is key. Invisible track section there. Kenny carrying a lot of speed there. He's really gotten to the rhythm now. It's all it takes with Kenny. Doesn't matter what game he plays. Comes to grips with it fairly quickly. But Shah Warlord so far, he looks like he's out front there. I think that's Motormouth doing some wheelies. Come on, Kenny. Let's make it an interesting finish here. So obviously, 1 and 2, as I said earlier, they probably the more experienced of the bike guys in this lobby. So you would expect them to be up front, but Kenny though doing a great job here to stick on the back of Zadie Y. Palm was looking really quick earlier, but just a bit of misfortune. I think just went down too many times. Lap 24 now for Warlord. That's Kenny up into second, so he's overtaken Zadie. I wonder if Zadie fell off. It looks like a little bit of a way back. So that's epic for Kenny. He just doesn't want to make any mistakes now, because pretty sure that's higher than he thought he'd be tonight. But it just shows never give up, because if Zadie fell off, that would have made him lose a bit of time, which means that even for 4th place right now, if you're pushing hard, you might catch someone if they just fall off a few times. Warlord gonna go on to the 25th lap now, so I think he's got this one in the bag. I don't think he's going to be pushing overly hard now, because he really doesn't want to fall off. Just check Kenny coming up onto the back of Motormouth there. Motormouth just moving out of the way a bit. Very fast straight into quite a difficult left-hander. You can just see Motormouth ran out of quiet and falls off there. But Warlord's still looking strong at the moment. Pretty sure he's going to take this one. I think he's just coming up on the back of Motormouth there. There we go. What's happening? Okay, so Warlord onto his final lap now. Oof, is that a battle going on with them? I thought there was a battle going on there. It is possible though if Kenny makes a mistake. Ooh, battle between Motormouth and Palm, but Motormouth goes down. Warlord doing his final lap right now. Still looking strong. I think he's got it in the bag. I think even if he fell off, he'd probably still be able to take the win here. So solid night of racing for Warlord. They'll be happy with that one. As I said earlier, he wasn't looking at the start like he was the fastest, but just consistency throughout the night manages to take the victory. Comes to the final section, goes around the last corner, and over the line he goes. Well done to Warlord. Takes the win here tonight at Kyalami. Does a bit of a stoppie over the line. Zadie boy caught Kenny, so Kenny's made a mistake right at the end, and that's cost him second place. Oh, on the final lap, Zadie boy into second, Kenny takes third. Very close finish from those two. Good job from them. Palm just unlucky. He was looking super quick earlier, but just too many mistakes. He will go over the line in fourth. It's unfortunate. And then Motormouth takes fifth. Good job from all of those guys for making it to the end. And that was pretty cool for one of our, I think that's our longest event we've ever done on this game that was streamed, an official event. So well done guys, first time, and yeah, hopefully we'll see a couple more guys the next time we do any racing on this. Thanks for joining guys, it's been good. Thanks for joining the stream, I appreciate it guys. Cheers, good night.